Hi, my name is Edward, and today I'm going to talk to you about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence has been a hot topic in the past decade, but what exactly is artificial intelligence? So before we get to the definition, let's go through the agenda for today. We're going to go through the brief history of artificial intelligence, go through the different approaches to AI systems, the components of AI, and then lastly, we're going to make a bot using IBM Watson Conversation API. So the first definition of artificial intelligence came from John McCarthy, who is one of the founding fathers of AI. He stated that every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence can in principle be so precisely described that a machine can be made to simulate it. An attempt will be made to find how to make machine use language, form abstraction and concepts, solve kinds of problems now reserved for humans, and improve themselves. So basically the term artificial intelligence is used when a machine can mimic some type of human behaviors and perform the same type of functions that humans themselves can do. Today, AI includes everything from a machine understanding human speeches to self-driving cars and bots to perform specific tasks. So here's a brief history of AI. In the 1950s, a research group of AI was started in Dartmouth College. And at this conference, in 1956, they presented the first artificial program called the logic theorist. The logic theorist is a program that is designed to mimic the problem-solving skills of human beings. In 1959, Arthur Samuel created the first AI program to play checkers using early concepts of machine learning. In the 1980s, an AI system that simulated the way that human thinks and the human expert system was created. This system was called the expert system, and today most AI algorithms are expert systems. Now in the 1990s, this is when there were major advances in all areas of artificial intelligence, especially with the concept of machine learning. Artificial intelligence was being used for logistics, data mining, it's in video games, scheduling, and other areas. Now, fast forward to today, machine learning application and AI are used widely throughout the world with many top companies such as Microsoft, Facebook, Uber, Amazon, and many more. So when the founding fathers created the research group, they wanted to focus on the 7 aspects of artificial intelligence. These were simulating advanced function of the human brains, programming a computer to use general language, arranging nuance so that they can form concepts, a method to determine and measure complexity of a function, self-improvement, abstraction, randomness, and creativity. As of today, many people are still focusing on implementing many of these 7 aspects. However, the most popular ones right now is simulating advanced function to human brain, programming a computer to use general language, and self-improvement through the use of machine learning. There are also 2 different types of approaches to AI. There's a strong AI approach and a weak AI approach. The goal of a strong AI approach is to build a system that processes data the same way that people process data. It mimics the way human brain works and the way human thinks. A weak AI approach is a system that can behave like humans, but it doesn't use human reasoning. Many of the AI systems today are weak AI systems because it's pre-programmed to do a specific task and they cannot think for themselves. There's also a third approach, and that's the middle approach. The middle approach is a system that is inspired by human reasoning, but the model itself, it doesn't have to follow that human reasoning model. A possible example of the middle approach is IBM Watson and Google's deep learning intelligence system, because both systems are able to learn from the data given, and at the same time, they're also able to interpret those data as if they were humans. So now we're going to define the components of artificial intelligence. So generalization learning. Generalization learning is the ability to learn based on situations that have not been previously encountered. So this concept includes machine learning, where computers are able to not only learn from previous data given to them, but also from new data that it encountering itself. Reasoning is a system that have the ability to draw a conclusion with the data provided. Problem solving is a concept that states that an AI system should be able to solve basic and complex problems. Perception is a relatively new component, and it's becoming more popular. Basically, perception in artificial intelligence is being able to analyze the surroundings, environments, and objects. Currently, Google, Uber, and Tesla are implementing perception in their artificial intelligence to make self-driving cars. And finally, language understanding. Language understanding is the ability to communicate to your machine and also have them communicate back. An example of this is Apple Siri or Amazon Alexa. So artificial intelligence is becoming the norm of our daily lives, but we often don't realize it. Here are some examples of artificial intelligence that's here today. Fraud detection. So credit card companies use an AI system that help detect suspicious activities. They're able to do this by using an AI algorithm that analyzes a large sample of fraudulent charges and non-fraudulent activities. And then from that, compare those activities to your current transactions. Digital personal assistants. An example of this is Google Home and Amazon Alexa. These are powered by artificial intelligence system, and we can use both our digital personal assistant to get us an Uber ride or to control your home by adjusting your home temperature. Smart cars. As of today, we haven't seen any self-driving cars on the street, but Google and Tesla are heavily and aggressively investing in this concept. And then one day, we're probably going to see self-driving cars roaming around something. Online customer service. An example of an online customer service is a bot. So currently, Facebook is heavily investing in an artificial intelligent bot, especially in their Messenger platform. The reason for this is because they see this as a business opportunity where they can get bots to automate a lot of the responses and frequently asked questions. They're also investing in their own bot called the Facebook M. And the goal of Facebook M is to act like your butler. So it will not only able to answer frequently asked questions, but is able to perform certain actions, such as booking movie tickets or retrieving certain information from companies. So now that you have a general understanding of artificial intelligence, we're going to walk through how to make your own bot using IBM Watson Conversation API. So IBM Watson Conversation API combines machine learning. It uses natural language understanding and integrated dialogue tools to create conversation flow. So how to make the bot? First, you have to create an account, bluemix.net, create a workstation, and what's awesome about IBM Watson Conversation API is that it's a really simple application, and it only requires 3 different components: your intents, your entities, and your dialogue. So an intent is usually a verb, and it represents the purpose or goal of the user input. The bot will use natural language processing to recognize the intention of the user's question. For example, if you want your bot to do something like turn off something, you will create a intent call #turnoff, and then within that hashtag, you will have a sample of questions or phrases that trigger that intent. Next, you're going to create entities. So entities are used to clarify a user's question. For example, when someone tells the bot to turn off the TV, the intention is to turn something off, and the thing you want to turn off is the TV. So the TV will be part of your entities. And then finally, once you have your intent and your entity set up, you can create a dialog flow. So the dialog flow is how the bot should respond when it hears certain intents or entities in the queries. You will have to set a trigger for each response, and you can also set conditions to modify certain responses using JSON object. So now I'm going to show you what it will look like. So this is the IBM Watson platform. In here, in the intent, as you can see, there are a lot of intents that we have in here. And one of them is turn off, which if you click here, these are all the different ways of telling the bot to turn something off. You can tell them to cancel, can I turn off the wipers, close, AC, etc. The thing about this is that you don't have to put every single phrase or every single question, because it has a machine learning algorithm where it automatically knows what you're going to ask and what your intent should be. If you go to entities, this is basically any object or any type of noun. So if you want to refer to a place, you will have an entity for amenities, you will have appliances, is anything that's physical. And then finally, for dialogue, this is where you actually create your responses. So if you want something to turn on, you can create a trigger which triggers on this intent, and then set a response. So with all that, you can basically test what you want to do. So if you want to say hi, it tells you that your intent for saying hi is greetings. So it basically goes through the whole flow of how it should respond to you. If you want something to turn something off, it's going to ask you, what would you like to turn off? And then if you tell them lights, it will turn off the lights. And then once you have this all set up, you can connect this to your server. And the final demo, which came from IBM, it's something like a driving car where you can make your bot control certain functions, like turn on the music, and then tell them to turn on jazz, and it will start playing jazz for you. So these are some of the functions of artificial intelligence, and now that you can make a bot, you can try to automate some of your functions. And that's it. Thank you.